That'll work.
Look at that, eh? Look at that.
There we go.
Two handsome guys sitting on a park bench.
Yeah, back together again. Wasn't it just yesterday?
Just yesterday.
Yeah. We paddled into the area, into Kelowna here. Nice week on the lake, and we did 2 days together, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Great to get to know you a little bit better.
Yeah, and congratulations on making that trip. That's a long ways to paddle.
It was a good paddle, actually, for a guy that hasn't paddled a lot, but I'm hooked.
That's awesome.
It was great. I can see why you're so passionate about the sport that you really love.
Yeah, I was hooked right from the first time I saw a picture of it, and then I went to Florida to try it out for the first time. Broke my nose in the surf, and in spite of all that, I still love it.
You're still here. Yeah. So we were raising money for Rally for Life that looks after water projects for poor people overseas. But you've got a real big passion with Paddle for the Planet, haven't you?
Yeah, and our whole project is changing the way we live on the planet. We have a lot of challenges in today's world, environmentally, socially, economically, and we're trying to make people aware of some of the challenges and take action.
Right.
To do something. That's the piece of the puzzle that's missing. We're not acting. We know what the challenges are. We need to act.
Yeah. Now you're the kind of guy that does big challenges, so you're about to cross over this 1,000-day threshold.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. So you've been paddling on the water for how many days now?
Well, I started 1st of January 2011, so today is 983 days. I'll hit 1,000 on September 26th. So we're doing a big paddle at Deep Cove in Vancouver for that one.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it fell on a Thursday, so we had to do an evening paddle just to accommodate all the working folks.
Yeah.
There, but really excited about that paddle. Yeah. Well, I deal with change on a daily basis, and talking to people. And my theory is if I can, talk to one person a day and get them to make one change that day, and it doesn't have to be a big thing. It can be anything from just smiling when you walk down the street to stopping drinking bottled water to parking your car for an afternoon. I mean, there's all kinds of things that we can do today, and I think people get lost a little bit. There's so many overwhelming challenges that where do you start? What do you do? And you just feel kind of hopeless and helpless, and anything I do isn't going to make a difference. But I can tell you from personal experience that does make a difference.
Right.
Yeah. There's a really cool thing about change. When you start changing internally, there's that internal mechanism that you start looking for more things to change.
Yeah.
And then as you start to change, your circle starts to see that and observe that, and then you can probably do that. And it just goes up here. This ripple effect is pretty cool.
That is pretty.
That's a huge project. We take it for granted here in Canada, North America, that we can just go to the tap and turn it on and we've got clean drinking water. But I really don't think a lot of people understand what some of these other countries go through just to get water, and that's a huge deal to have clean drinking water. That's awesome, and what you guys are doing, kudos to you guys for doing that.
Well, likewise, you've got a very big event coming up too, haven't you?
Yeah, right after the 1,000-day paddle, from October 10th to the 13th, I'll be going to Florida for the second World Paddle for the Planet. And the format for that is, I started it last year where I invited paddlers around the planet to pick a change, paddle for that change, and commit to it until it became reality. So we're going to do the same format. The actual paddle will be from noon Saturday the 12th till noon Sunday the 13th in your own time zone. And I'm going to paddle the entire 24 hours to support all these paddles that are going on around the world. Yeah, it's...
That's a much bigger paddle than we did.
it's shaping up to be a really big event, and I'm super excited about the festival. Leslie Kolovich from the Sup Radio Show, who is hosting this year's paddle and organizing it, they've done a phenomenal job, and we've got everything happening from an eco festival to eco art to music. We're going to premiere a couple of films. We've just got all kinds of things going on for the festival down there this year.
Right on. Now, other people can join you. I don't know whether I can make it to Florida yet, but if I don't, I'll be here in the Okanagan paddling that day.
Yeah, absolutely. We're encouraging people, come and join me in Florida for that paddle down there if you can, and if you're not able to, wherever you are on the planet, plan a paddle, and it doesn't matter what craft. My passion is stand-up paddle surf, but if you kayak, canoe, OC, it doesn't really matter. Whatever you can paddle, get out there and paddle for part of the day, all of the day, a minute of the day, whatever it is. The idea being is that we want to send a big wave of change around the world. So if you pick that change, paddle for it, commit to it, we can have that ripple effect starting to build a lot more. So, and I definitely will paddle for the whole 24 hours to support those paddles. The other thing we're encouraging people to do is to share their events with us, what they're going to do.
Right.
We have website and a Facebook page, worldpaddlefortheplanet.com and World Paddle for the Planet on Facebook. And before the paddle, I just clued in the other day actually that I think people are waiting to do the paddle before they share what they're doing.
Yeah.
And we would like people to share, before they do their paddles. You never know who you're going to inspire with your event and the change in your paddling.
Right. So get your times on there, get the locations on there, and get it organized.
And all the information's on there. There's logos, there's a media kit, there's all kinds of stuff right on the website there. So,
fantastic.
Yeah, you can register your paddle and share it with the world.
That's brilliant, Bob. Brilliant. Well, look, I wish you the best of luck with that.
Thanks.
And thank you so much for the support on our paddle. That meant a lot to me.
Happy to do it. It's like I say, that's a long paddle. I paddled Penticton to Vernon, so kind of half of what you guys did, and it's a long way. So kudos to you for doing that, and just creating some awareness, and again, motivating people to pick up the checkbook, to make a change, to do whatever it is
just
they're going to do.
Something.
Do something.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's awesome.
Brilliant.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Great job.
Have a great trip down in Florida.
So
hopefully, we haven't determined yet, but if I can make it, I'd love to be there.
Yeah, we'd love to have you. So, absolutely.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Cheers, Bob. Thank you.
Cheers. You bet.